Next up, we got how the Chiefs embarrassed Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. Now, I would a Chiefs embarrassing it. I mean, is it kind of? It is low key embarrassing. Y'all blew a lead. You know what I'm saying? Blowing a lead in the Super Bowl is worse than the Lions blowing a lead in the playoffs. Super Bowl, everything matters, right? If the Lions were Super Bowl, we wouldn't have done this. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, we wouldn't have done this. So yeah, blowing a lead, it's tough, bro. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? So let me know, 49ers fans, how y'all feel about next year. What y'all think y'all should have did better in the game. Yeah, like I know it's been a minute now since the Super Bowl happened, so I know you had enough time to cope with your feelings. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first week that the Lions lost, I was depressed that whole week. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't eat. You could damn near start seeing my rib bones. You know what I'm saying? I was depressed, crying in the corner of my room every night in the dark, lonely. You know what I'm saying? So I know some of y'all are just like that. So let me know how y'all feeling. But hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's just hop into
the blood, sweat, tears of scratching, clawing, fighting your way to the Super Bowl all can be erased in an instant by a coach's mistakes. It was clear flipping on the Super Bowl 58 film that Kyle Shanahan's game plan was underdeveloped, his in-game adjustments were underwhelming, and his team ultimately was unprepared.
Damn, he talking wet right now. 49ers fans. I'll be
on the Super Bowl 58 film that Kyle Shanahan's game plan was underdeveloped, his in-game adjustments were underwhelming, and his team ultimately was unprepared. Yes, Steve Spagnuolo's game plan was brilliant, but when we dive in to discover Shanahan's role in this, I'll show you why I believe he was the main problem. We can see here how Spagnuolo attacked him, so we can understand how exactly Shanahan didn't adjust. Spags is known for playing a lot of man coverage, known for dialing up the blitz, and known for sending exotic pressures from every which way. Deceptively, he didn't start out the game using these principles, as we'll see in a sec. But as the game went on, he got back to his roots, and the Chiefs defense took over the game. The 49ers started off the first drive pretty hot because Spags wanted to keep two safeties deep, something he loves doing, but played a lot of zone coverage thinking he could throw Shanahan off. He thought his two safeties would limit the 49ers' intermediate crossers, their bread and butter, and expected they'd be fast enough to come from depth to defend the middle space, but he was wrong. The other part of his initial game plan, which actually stuck, was to blitz against the run. He wanted to put an extra guy on the line to mess with the 49ers running.
I forgot about that.
Typically, the 49ers run a lot of zone schemes, which rely on doubling the 4 defensive linemen, so you don't have to put all the stress on just one guy moving a gigantic 330-pound human. But since he blitzes Leo Chenal, instead of John Feliciano getting help from Jake Brendel on the double team, he has to take on Chenal all by himself, which exposed one of the 49ers' main weaknesses, their offensive line. These zone run schemes coach the running back to read outside in, and if it's not there, he'll cut back.
Whoa. So he just said the 49ers weaknesses is they line. Now we know 49ers O-line like damn near one of the best in the league. So this is like throwing me off, really.
Which exposed one of the 49ers' main weaknesses, their offensive line.
Their offensive line is a weakness? I've never heard that one. Let me know. I don't think the 49ers offensive line is a weakness, huh? No. Nah, bro.
These zone
is it? Let me know in the comments. Is it?
To read outside in, and if it's not there, he'll cut back. So the Chiefs made sure they rushed up the field to choke off that first read to force McCaffrey to cut back into the teeth of their defense, where Chris Jones lives. While the blitzing, loaded front strategy against the run was working, the too-high zone strategy to shut down the middle was not, so Spags had to adjust. Purdy started the game hot, going 8 for 10 for 102 yards, and Shanahan's usual game plan of attacking over the middle was working, but the Chiefs adjusted, and Shanahan did not. Spags started playing almost exclusively man coverage, with usually one high safety, and Shanahan did not have a good answer. By playing one high, it helped the Chiefs limit the running game even more since that second safety drops down into the box. Spags used elements of the famous Belichick game plan against the Rams in the Super Bowl, where he at times put 6 on the line to dictate one-on-one matchups so the 49ers couldn't run their zone double teams. But Surprisingly, Shanahan just kept hitting his head on the wall, running up the middle over and over, and McCaffrey ended the day with just 3.6 yards per attempt.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, that's terrible. Oh my God, I didn't even know that. Now that's the one thing I can't fault Kyle Shanahan for doing is giving it to Christian McCaffrey, bro. Because we all know every time Christian McCaffrey touched the ball, especially in the beginning of the game, that always like starts the momentum for the 49ers. It always starts the momentum. So I can't fault him for always trying to give it back to him. You know what I'm saying? Because Mr. Perfect, aka Christian McCaffrey, has that it power, bro. You know what I'm saying? He always making a flashy play and making it, you know what I'm saying, crazy play and stuff like that. So I can't fault him for giving the ball to him, but I ain't gonna lie, after a while, bro, you getting clamped, bro. It's time to move to something else. I ain't gonna lie. 3 yards per carry is insane. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. And the fact that the Chiefs really had a mid defense on top of that,
just 3.6 yards per attempt. By playing just one high safety man coverage, that's the defense saying our cornerbacks are better than your receivers. It's one-on-one across the board. Shanahan did manage to see this shift in Spags' plan. I do want that to be clear. The problem, though, is that he dialed up concepts for the wrong player in Deebo Samuel, who struggles against man coverage. Deebo and Brandon Ayuk are perfect for different situations. Deebo excels against zone coverage, but struggles badly against man. And Ayuk is awesome at both, but is the 49ers' best receiver against man. Shanahan saw that the Chiefs were adjusting with a man-heavy game plan, so he was dialing up concepts to counter it, but he kept using the wrong guy. Deebo had 11 targets, but just 3 catches for 33 yards.
Dang.
He's just not the typical type of wide receiver. He's otherworldly with the ball in his hands, but his release package isn't diverse or dynamic. He doesn't run precise routes, and his hands are questionable.
Ooh, that's low-key kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie. So you mean to tell me Deebo really is not even a good receiver? I didn't even know that. Deebo really not even a good receiver, bro. He said his release package is terrible. Hold on.
Receiver. He's other.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. This video low-key is kind of low-key a 49er hate video. I'm not gonna lie. It's low-key kind of 49er hate video. So I can't take everything he say and just, you know what I'm saying, run with it. But
worldly with the ball in his hands, but his release package isn't diverse or dynamic.
He is getting clamped, I ain't gonna lie.
Precise routes, and his hands are questionable. You can tell these concepts are designed for him because Purdy looks at him first, but he just can't beat the tight coverage, especially when he's getting pressed. But instead of adjusting, Shanahan doubled down and kept using him instead of Ayuk. Wow. He positions Deebo off the ball so that Trent McDuffie can't bump him at the line and interrupt his route. The Chiefs actually play cover 0 here, which we'll see more of. Insane to run it on 3rd and 14, because cover 0 is straight man with no extra safeties to help deep. But you're bringing one more rusher than the offense can block, and look at McDuffie's coverage. It's spectacular. His abilities were unmatched in the game, but also Deebo is not the receiver you want running this route. The play reminds me a lot of Alshon Jeffrey's massive touchdown in Super Bowl 52, one of my favorite catches ever. And while the 49ers don't have that type of receiver, it is definitely not Deebo. It was frustrating watching.
But I ain't gonna lie though, now I'm really looking at this I mean, I know he is getting clamped up on his play, but at the same time, is this low-key Brock's fault? Because I ain't gonna lie, he did overthrow him on the right side of the touchdown. I remember that. But maybe did he throw it too late on this pass? I'm thinking low-key too late right here.
You're bringing one more.
I mean, I guess not too late, huh? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, never mind.
More rusher than the offense can block. And look at McDuffie's coverage. It's spectacular.
Yeah, you getting clamped, bro. You getting clamped.
You want
like, how are you supposed to throw it, bro?
The play reminds me a lot of Alshon Jeffrey's massive touchdown in Super Bowl 52, one of my favorite catches ever. And while the 49ers don't have that type of receiver, it is definitely not Deebo. It was frustrating watching the film and seeing Shanahan repeatedly put him in those situations, and also repeatedly hitting his head on the posts that are Chris Jones and Mike Pennell. The 49ers' weakest link is their guards on the offensive line. And whether it was Chris Jones winning upfield to make Deebo or McCaffrey cut back into Pennell, or Chris Jones just doing it himself and obliterating the play, no adjustments were made. It was just rinse and repeat 2-yard gains, which then set up 3rd and longs, and then punts. The 49ers tried running away from Jones, but Spags was ready. He'd blitz a corner to set the edge to force the run back towards the big man. Or when Shanahan tried to shift the strength of the formation with Kittle to get away from 95, Jones would shift over 2 and then do what he does, wreck the game. Shanahan's insistence on making Debo the focal point against a man coverage heavy defense cost the 49ers all day long, especially against Spags cover 0 blitzes. As I said, it's pure man coverage, one-on-one, no deep safeties, and with the Niners having just 5 blockers against 6 pass rushers, it is on Purdy to be able to get the ball out quick before Nick Bolton comes free and knocks his head off. The only issue is Debo is designed to be his first read, but the man just can't beat good press coverage. Now, I'm not saying the Chiefs' defense didn't play well. They were phenomenal. You can see George Kittle coming over.
I ain't gonna lie, nah, think about it though. This really explains why good coaching is so important, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause honestly, like, you can have all the good players, but if you ain't got good coaches, like, what are you? What you're nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just run around like fucking chickens with their head cut off. Y'all know what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how this game plan, setting this game plan up, and it's all making sense. Like, wow, this is why they was getting clamped. Okay, because you know, obviously, you know, when you watching the game and when you seeing, especially highlights. All right, but I watched this game fully. It's like the first full game I watched in like years. So yeah, I watched this game fully, but when you watching the game, it's like you don't see everything that's happening. You know what I'm saying? People, they're literally breaking it down now. This is why I like these videos, because they're literally breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even catch all this, even though I got extreme knowledge in NFL, but still,
defense didn't play well.
You know what I'm saying? I got to need different angles and to keep watching it back.
Kittle coming open here on a play the 49ers have hit before, but Chris Jones should have been the MVP, because he was the best player on the field.
Wow.
Coaches and scouts will tell you elite defensive linemen don't just know how to beat their man, but simultaneously can watch and adjust to what the quarterback is doing. Here, Jones's responsibility is the B gap to make sure when McCaffrey cuts back, he'll get swallowed up. But when the play starts, while he's kicking ass, he notices something is up and ruins what could have been a game-changing play. Such a big part of the plan was run blitzing to create a 5-man front and letting the defensive tackles do work on the guards or the rest of the line. As the third quarter rolled around and the 49ers stalled out, they tried going back to their usual bread and butter plays, but they couldn't beat man coverage, once again, with Debo. This is their go-to dagger concept, where Jawan Jennings runs what's typically a clear-out route to create room for Debo over the middle. However, McDuffie runs the route for him, and there is nowhere to throw and nothing to be done. Shanahan did have some beautiful play designs, but when there was actually somebody schemed open, a glimmer of hope, a chance, Chris Jones was the difference maker and the destroyer. We just saw Debo come wide open and Purdy miss him. Well, that's because even though the 49ers are faking the same wide zone action where we just saw Jones peel off, now he's just torching the 49ers backup Spencer Burford and making it so Purdy doesn't have a clean platform to throw. Another area Shanahan struggled.
Well, honestly, bro, even this though, still like he waiting a little bit too long, bro. Like, it's almost like he nervous. You nervous, bro? I know this is your first Super Bowl, so it would make sense why he nervous. Cause bro, you gotta remember, in football, or actually it don't matter what sport it is, literally every 0.1 second matters. Every one. You know what I'm saying? So if you wait 1, 2, somebody could be open at 1, but you want to throw it 1, 2 you want to throw it at 3. He ain't open no more, or it's overthrown.
Now he's just torching the 49ers backups.
Bro, he's open now. Now, I understand you can't just throw the ball just because you think he open, because that's how defensive, you know what I'm saying, smoke and mirrors. So I do understand that. But that's when you quick zone what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But now, bro, throw the ball, bro. You're staring at him, bro. Throw the ball.
And making it so Purdy doesn't have a clean platform to throw. Another area Shanahan struggled had more to do with the preparation and installation of his scheme. His answers for cover 0 were horrific. On 3rd and 4, tied 16-16, if they convert this first down, they can kick a field goal with time expiring and win. The Chiefs disguise their cover 0 flawlessly. The Niners just need 4 yards, so you wouldn't expect cover 0 with safeties 10 yards off. And let's watch Trent McDuffie. Earlier in the game, he had faked like he was coming, then backed off and played zone. So then in the biggest moment, he fakes like he's coming, drops back over to Ayuk, then there he goes, and he comes free. You could easily argue this is on Purdy, this is a line concept, double slants, where you read it inside out. So right away, Ayuk is the first read, and he's open for the first down. But in my opinion, Shanahan didn't prepare Purdy correctly. The Super Bowl is squandered. It's over, but thank God we get overtime. But the same thing still happens. The 49ers got all the way down near the red zone. They got the Chiefs back on their heels, so Spags started mixing in more zone. And Shanahan called a perfect beater against zone, the same one the Patriots used against the Rams in the Super Bowl, where you spread everybody out. And if you know you're getting zone, it matches Julian Edelman or Deebo Samuel one-on-one with a linebacker. However, like I said, and look, I'm one of Deebo's biggest fans. He could be all-pro every year, but he is not Julian Edelman. He's just not going to route you up. It is a different skill set. If Shanahan puts Ayuk here instead, this is a first down over the middle and potentially a game winner. The 49ers kept running into the guards. That didn't change. They just kept running up the middle over and over. And then the final play of the game on offense was just a really weird call to me too. The Chiefs bring cover 0, shocker, and the 49ers run play action out of shotgun, which nobody thinks you're running the ball here. Also, against a cover 0 team that's been blitzing your balls off, you want Purdy to have every millisecond he possibly can to process, and they also pull the center, which messes up their protection. This is more of a protection to fool the linebackers over the middle into thinking you're running. You wouldn't run this in the red zone. But the Niners get confused and Chris Jones comes free. This was one of the most heartbreaking games you will ever see. Yes, Mahomes was incredible when he needed to be, but the 49ers should have won this game. It was right there, but they did not adjust. The Kyle Shanahan choke stuff is annoying to me, but after we all sat down, huddled up, and watched this film together, my main takeaway is that he really got schooled. He wasn't fully prepared. He didn't really adjust.
So really, it's crazy because at the end of the day, no matter what players you have, it's really like, let's look at this picture right here.
He got schooled.
It's really coach versus coach, though. That's really what it is. Coach versus coach. Fuck the players. Coach versus coach, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we have our players to make unbelievable plays that, you know, you don't need to coach for. But it's really coach versus coach, bro. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's really crazy, bro. Damn.
He wasn't fully prepared.
Because, you know, we be thinking about the players the whole time. Or, you know, we're so quick to blame a player when something bad happens. It's always a player fault. But now we're thinking like, yeah, bro, it's the coaches, bro. It's the main thing is the coaches, bro. Damn,
really got schooled. He wasn't fully prepared. He didn't really adjust. And for those reasons, he played a major role in the 49ers losing. At the end of the day, the Chiefs punched them and his team in the mouth, and they were left reeling. The loss has shifted Kansas City into full...
Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?
Reeling. The loss has shifted Kansas City into...
Oh my God, bro. I gotta cover up this video. I'm off this video, bro. I'm telling you. It ain't no fucking way, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Bro, what the fuck? Bro, no, bro. No, bro. No, bro.
To full-blown dynasty mode, and San Francisco into question. But with another big-time loss under their belt, another painstaking, agony-stricken night, Shanahan and the 49ers will be back, they will be better, and at some point, they too will win the Super Bowl.
Now, 49ers, let me know how y'all feel. You know, I feel like y'all can't win Super Bowl, but y'all gotta get past us first, all right? I got past us last year, but after seeing that performance in the Super Bowl, I have still all the utmost faith in my Lions. All right, so 49ers, like I said, I fuck with y'all. Y'all got it, bro. Y'all just gotta lock in, bro. Honestly, just lock in. Just lock in.